to be Iron Man.
Yeah, I was trying to be Iron Man, you're right.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
touch the lamp again one more time for me? No particular reason.
Magic, guys. Ready? Watch this.
Okay.
With the power of my fingers, I'm gonna do this.
That's what he said.
Boom,
Oh,
boom, boom, and boom. Let's go.
dude, it's just like real life when you touch women.
Exactly. With these magic
You
fingers.
touch them 3 times to get them all the way turned on, and then the fourth turns them completely off.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
And they said they go multiple rounds. Women's, am I right?
Oh, jeez. Anyways.
We're getting canceled.
Hello and welcome to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast. My name is Evan, the producer. I'm here with our resident expert Dylan and Wildcard William. He's got magic powers. We just learned he's a sorcerer today. He's going to be in the Multiverse of Madness, and
Yep.
he's got a very
Yep.
big cameo. He's playing everyone's, most anticipated character, Mephisto. And
Hell yeah.
Oh!
yeah, that's why he's
spoilers. Spoilers.
Yeah. So, I shouldn't have. Kevin Feige's gonna kill me now.
Yep. Too late.
But anyways, no, we are here today to talk about episode 6, the finale of Loki. It is,
Yep.
oh goodness, insane. It just dropped last night, this morning, whatever you want to call it, and we
Pretty much.
were just blown away, kind of. At least I
Yeah.
was.
Kinda.
Just like kinda. It was like kind of like.
We're blown away.
But then, and
Kinda.
then we're like, oh, okay, it's just not, it's a very good ending.
Yeah.
It's a very
Go
good
ahead.
full episode of. There's not even like any twists and turns. It's just literally, it feels like super ominous. I was telling them earlier before we started filming that Kang just felt super ominous and scary, or the He Who Remains, whatever you want to call him, just kind of like it just seemed very like, what the fuck is his motive? Kind of the whole time, you couldn't really get at it, and then there's only really one big twist at the very end. And it has lots of implications for the future of the MCU, which we'll get into. But I mean, let's talk about Kang and seeing Jonathan Majors as the elevator doors just, and he's just sitting there waiting
Which
for him.
shout out to him though. He played that character perfectly to the T.
Yeah, he did.
I will give him props. Like he's kind of like Catherine Hahn with Agatha Harkness. She played that character really well as well.
Yeah.
With her expressions, with her facial expressions, with her evil motives, this and that, and her character. So yeah,
I think that
again, knocked her out of the park.
I gotta stop real quick because
Yeah.
once you said let's talk about Kang, I don't know why, but my brain was just like, let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about Kang, baby.
Oh snap!
that's fucking great. Nice, dude. Oh man.
Alright, Joe.
So,
Alright, Joe.
like, if we had to pick an MVP for the whole series, even though he's only in one episode, I think he wins, like, hands down. Maybe the only other contestant, like, that's on his level is Richard E. Grant, who also only had one episode to. What do you mean? What's that face?
It's Gator Loki.
Oh, come on. No, it's not.
So yes, but alright. I'll go with this. Character wise, I say Owen Wilson did his part as well. He did his thing because
Mobius, yeah.
he was
Mobius
there.
was good.
Mobius did really well. Unfortunately, we did not get our wow moment here, which I'm gonna write an anger letter to Disney Plus and the people at Marvel. Who the hell do you think you are taking away his wow from us? We
Come
demand
on.
it. Season 2, there better be a wow.
Oh, I think there will be. I think that we get, like, a cameo from a different variant of him, even. Like, remember how we talked
Maybe.
about his other film appearances? Like, we could get something like that next season. It's so, like, the doors are wide open now because of the end
Pretty much, yeah.
of the season. The doors, like, anything could really happen next season that I mean, within realistic boundaries, but
Well, yeah. Well, it depends when they will start filming these episodes, or unless they already done it and they just have to edit certain parts out.
yeah.
But who knows?
Let's actually talk about that because the biggest question that I've seen, at least on Twitter today, is people are very up in arms about where's that King Loki shot. I have my own theory. I'm gonna actually do a video solo.
Was there a King Loki?
There was a King
Yeah,
Loki
so
in one of the
so
trailers.
in the trailers they showed him like on the throne
On
of
the throne.
Asgard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um,
Actually being the rightful
King,
ruler.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was something that like a lot of people expected this episode, and they didn't give that to us. I have a couple like theories as to what it could be. I'm gonna actually do like a video explaining like what happened to that scene, what could have, where it could have been, in like which episode, where it fit in, what it was about, what was its purpose, to like explain, because realistically this whole show's about Loki and his development, and like that's a big piece of what he wanted. Where does that fit in his like progression? So I'm gonna do a whole video on that. But what do you guys think about that? Like them leaving that out. Do you think that is intentional? Do you think it was supposed to happen somewhere? And if so, where?
I think it was unintentional. I think it was intentional. I think they just filmed that and put it in the trailers to red herring people.
Yep, that's what I've seen a lot of people think, is that it's a red herring, which is definitely a possibility. What about you, William? Do you think it was supposed to be somewhere, or just to throw people off?
I think like I'm gonna have to go with Dylan this one. I think it was just there, just to, like just put in the trailers.
That's fair.
I mean, that's what they usually do. At least most of Marvel things, they add things.
There's like a ton of stuff from like the Endgame trailers that never, and even Infinity
Like
War
with the Hulk. The Hulk was supposed to fight with them, but he never showed up.
That final scene.
He got scared pretty much.
Yeah.
So I wonder if originally, like, there's another way that it could have been, where they chose which Loki they got differently.
Okay.
So like the Loki that they chose was the one that picked up the Tesseract ultimately.
Yeah.
And that's like one of those things. But they filmed another set of where Loki actually successfully like killed Odin himself and took the throne of Asgard.
Yep, and that's the very.
And that's the variant that they were originally maybe thinking about going with,
Yeah,
and then they were like, let's go ahead and just go with the one that everybody ends up loving anyways. Like, and so
interesting.
That could have been potentially one of the ways that they were thinking of going.
Yeah, I didn't.
And that's why they filmed those scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thought was that could have been Loki's like torture chamber scene, where like he's on the throne and he's like living it, and then something happens where like Thor busts in, kind of like how he did in Ragnarok, to like stop it, something like that. And that was like shot and was planned on being used until they got Lady Sif, and then they switched it, something like that. It makes sense. I mean, I don't know how realistic it is. That's something that like makes sense to me, is like, oh yeah, he was in Asgard for that Lady Sif scene, obviously, but like maybe that's where it got removed. I don't know though.
Or maybe it was a continuation of that scene where he like got away, and I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows? I feel like it could have been an alternate scene where he gets to, even like it could even be like flipped the other way, where like nobody stops him from like being the king of Asgard, but like he's like had enough progression at that point where like he's starting to become more of the Loki that died to Thanos. Like he's more mature and he understands the pain he's causing people, and he's like, hey, I don't want to do that anymore. It could even be that like he gets put on the throne as something he doesn't want anymore, and like he just keeps reliving like glorious purpose, and he's like just losing his mind over it or something like that. Who knows?
Okay, he kind of becomes like a Mad King kind of.
Yeah, where like they're using that, like, oh, this is what you wanted, isn't it? This is what you wanted. Here it is. You get it over and over. You just get to keep reliving the feeling of being a king, and he just like is like, this is shitty. I fucking hate this.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
I mean,
especially because at that point he didn't want it.
Yeah. I didn't look into it that much about the whole King Loki thing. I was just more focused on the series and see where they lead up pretty much. But
that's fair. Yeah.
Hey,
that's just one of the things I wanted to jump into, because I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and wondering why they cut that specifically. Like it could even just be the red herring thing. Like they've switched the footage from Infinity War when like Thanos is grabbing Cap, and like he only has the 2 stones, whereas like
Yep.
he actually had every other stone.
All the stones besides
the Mind Stone. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they've edited footage. Even like him coming out of the portal on Titan, he still only had, or he had 3 of them. So it like seemed like you couldn't even like track it because it's like, oh, he goes to Earth first and gets the stones there, and then comes to space on Titan, and then that's where he does. Yeah, no one knew, and so it threw everybody off. I could very, very likely. That's one of the possibilities. I think is the most likely that I'm going to talk about in that video.
Go for it, dude.
But what else is big like this that we want to talk about before we go into the future of the MCU?
The future of the MCU. Go ahead.
We now know that there's a shit ton of TVAs.
Yes. Yeah.
Because Sylvie, I think, assumed that she was just pushing him back to whatever like TVA they were in.
Yep.
Where Owen Wilson and
B-15.
B-13?
B-15.
15.
B-15 were like going to be friends of Loki's at that point.
Yep.
But she pushed him through and then put him into a TVA that is ultimately ran by Kang.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that a piece of that, obviously, he's in a different branch now. I think a piece of that is because they passed that threshold. So like anything that was supposed to happen, like all these branches were like solidified after that point, unless Loki and Sylvie decided to take over and clamp down. You know what I mean? So all these branches are now finite because of that choice that they're making. Like,
well, obviously he said one of them had to take over. It's like one of you has to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I think ultimately, like, he wanted the both of them to take over. And he never said what he was going to do, but he had like, I'm old. I'm older than he would even expect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he just wants to retire. He just wants to retire. He was like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I need a retirement. I need to retire.
Well, even if like Sylvie didn't kill him and they just let him go off on his own, like that's a big wild card to just kind of like, like have in the MCU. Like, I think it would have been better overall to just have like a semi-insane King essentially. Like running around than 700 Kangs running around. But
but unfortunately, she kind of poked him in the belly there, and you know.
Yeah. That was
Endless loop for her.
A little harsh.
Yeah, she's gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be another loop. She's gonna be.
Well, and then his last little line is just like, "I'll see you soon."
Yep.
And he like
endless loop,
and then he dies. So I think what will end up happening, and we'll see it in the season 2 probably.
Yep.
Is like the progression of Sylvie being the one at end of time in that role.
Oh yeah.
Trying to control as much as she can, but like because it's already chaos, she can't really do much.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
And then we'll see the Jonathan Majors King variant that was from Earth whatever in the 31st century show up again because it's like a big circle,
paradox.
It seems like.
Yep.
It's a paradox almost. I'm literally gonna go watch the Matrix movies tonight to like kind of grasp and like see if I can pull anything that they might use. Not that they're copying the Matrix, but you know,
the Matrix. No,
the
Matrix.
It's a paradox.
But the Matrix. It is, but the Matrix is a little bit more technology based, kind of. Where in their world it's like futuristic.
But I think we'll see that storyline as one of the sub storylines, and then the main storyline is going to be our Loki trying to fight the other TVAs.
Yeah. Absolutely. So
and then potentially the other Kings as well. So
Yeah.
we'll probably see a lot more kings in uh, Loki. We'll see like 5 or 6 probably kings in Loki.
Ooh.
Where in the official like MCU timeline, as far as movies go, we'll only see the one in the Quantum Mania.
Yep.
Probably, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
okay.
the I mean Quantum Mania is not till 2022, later in 2022, right?
I
Or
think
is
it's,
it
Uh,
I think both of
early?
them should be, I think they're, no, it should be 2022 or 2023. I know Multiverse of Madness should be,
Okay.
2023.
So Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is 2023, scheduled, slated for February 17th of that year.
What day after my birthday?
So we've got obviously Kang the Conqueror, Ant-Man, Wasp. We have Ghost still being in there, Cassie Lang, an older version, and then we got Jimmy Woo. Um,
Hey.
in the cast, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Yellow Jacket is slated.
Yep.
Corey
mhm.
Stoll.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I think that's all the big players. Oh, and then Sonny Birch from the last movie, and
Yeah,
Okay.
he'll be back.
then they have Bill Foster, Lawrence Fishburne, Michael Douglas, and then the only other character that's new. Actually, I think he's in the last one, isn't he? David Dalmastichin. I probably just Chian. He
I don't
plays
remember.
Kurt. I think he's just one of the henchmen for. Or no, he's one of the other robbers
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
Luis.
yeah, he's one of the
Yeah,
friends.
that's right. I forgot who he was for a second, but yeah, they're all scheduled, and then obviously probably Michael Pena's gonna come back.
Well, it
as
also
Luis.
says Lawrence Fishburne is probably going to be back in it as well.
Yeah, I would assume they all will resume.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but Doctor Strange is like the first movie of 2022.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
It's-
2023.
I think it's March
The
of 2022.
reason I really wanted to bring that up is because that means they have time to get a second season of Loki and before that movie. And
Oh, they might even be
Bro.
able to. They might even be able to like to slide in a third.
yeah, if they have there. I mean, I'm sure they've at least scheduled filming for season 2. I don't know if I don't believe it's started.
Yeah.
It would. I mean,
But can one of y'all look up what's like the next series? Like I know the next series is gonna be What If, but what is after that though?
It should
Like
be
the next-
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's coming in August. I
Of
actually
this year?
I think I just sent a link to the Twitter post about it, or a Twitter speculation of it.
Yeah, it should be Hawkeye. Hawkeye is supposed to be the next thing.
Yep.
And then after that, I think it's Miss Marvel.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we got a couple good, really good projects coming in through the last bit of the year. I'm really
Yep.
excited for Loki season 2 and how they.
It was surprise.
Yeah. It's pops up at the end with a little stamp. Loki will be back in season 2, and that kind of also confirms. I mean, we pretty much knew, but now it completely confirms the fact that WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier are one-offs. They're not going to get a second season renewed at all. There's no shot at
Well,
it.
it doesn't mean that they're not going
No.
to. It's just
They're not
they
going to.
haven't. They haven't.
It
planned
depends.
on it.
Yeah, it depends what happens. Like with WandaVision, I don't think it might be a one-off, but I think Falcon with Soldier might return for season 2 because it depends what happens to the events of Marvel and and
Yeah.
other stuff.
Well, I
Yeah.
know. I mean, obviously, we got the confirmation of Captain America 4, which
Yep.
is going to be Sam and Bucky as well, in that. And then we have, WandaVision is going to be in Multiverse of Madness, which we knew, and we
Yep.
know that. What else? Who else was I going to say?
Oh, what were you going to say?
I've
Yeah.
totally lost my train of thought. Anyways, we know those characters are coming back in other projects. Like, they've been
Yep.
confirmed to be in them, like, at Comic-Con. And so, we know that, like, they're coming back regardless. They didn't
Wait,
have to, like,
which
put
Comic Con?
that-
There's
that
two
message.
Comic Cons. There's Comic Con New York and there's Comic Con I think San Diego.
Comic-Con.
Oh,
Not,
okay.
like, it was pre-COVID. They announced it,
Oh.
like, they had her on stage with Benedict I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
to confirm
Yeah.
it.
Either way. Yeah.
So
Either way, let's just sit back, relax, and see where this thing takes
yeah,
us.
I'm just super hyped for season 2 because it's gonna like the floodgates are open at this point. Anything can really happen. We can see any variant of Loki. I mean, I don't even know what's happening in the void. I would assume like we're gonna see Eliath again probably, and he'll
Maybe.
play a big part in season 2, and like because Kang is like trying to control the whole universe, and Eliath is like the biggest threat to that.
He kind of did. He kind of did like conquer or like tamed him pretty much.
Yeah, he did. But then there's like
And
the whole universe is broken off this like interchangeable cycle that it goes through over and over and over. Apparently,
Yep.
it's the paradox, and like the whole explanation of it is just gonna be interesting to see, because
Yeah.
we're still gonna get a He Who Remains that's going to be a version of Kang, and like we
Yep.
would assume that this happens over and over, but who knows? Like
no,
this could
but
be
yeah.
like
Either way,
the end of the cycle of the paradox, or who knows?
there's gonna be another multiverse war with the Kings again.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Is the same one gonna win?
Obviously,
Probably not.
no, because the one that has won is dead, per se.
Well,
He would be reborn, is the thing, because everything was linear, and it goes in a circle over and over, and then it fractures, and like he had to have come from somewhere off of fracture, because he's a variant.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's like yeah.
Technically,
Yeah,
every
I'll-
hero we know is a variant. Every single person would be a variant.
not me. I'm an original.
There's no like prime timeline other than
I'm a
other
source.
than
I'm a
the
source supreme,
sacred-
man. Did you see my magic trick, bro? Like,
Yeah,
I got magic
he's
powers.
got it.
I'm OG.
It's gonna.
I'm OG.
I think that's gonna be like it's not a loose end they really have to tie up or explain, but like it's gonna be, like Loki is like the prime Loki at this point. Like he was there at the end of time and the
Yep.
beginning of it, and so even though there's gonna be all these other Lokis that come out, like he even replaces now, sort of in a way, the 2019 or 2018 version that dies in Infinity War. He's not the prime, he's a variant, and that would make, I don't know, which one's the
Yeah.
real one, because
That's hard to say.
that's the real one according to Kang that we
Yeah.
know from the He Who Remains, not to any of the
Yep.
other Kangs. So they just kind of label anyone who's not from their universe as
Universe.
variant.
As a
And that's-
baby.
and that's
Yeah.
like through the function of the TVA, but
Yep.
anyone who's not from your universe is a variant, and Loki's not even
Yep.
in his own universe, so
Nope.
who knows how the fuck that's
It's-
gonna go down.
That's gonna be like either he's gonna try to escape or he's gonna try to reason with him, saying, you have to understand this guy is danger. He's the one behind everything, this and that or whatever.
I wonder if like the other like Kangs are smart enough to know that, like, hey, I'm like thinking about it, like, what if, because like these universe, like they can't I don't know, I think they have to explain the branching a little bit more, because how do these
Like, what do you mean,
universes
how-
just branch? Like, obviously
I think
somebody
he chose
chooses
it.
to do something.
No, I think he literally chose to not know anything beyond that point.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah.
He Who Remains is
Uh,
like, this is the end of time.
So then,
Yeah.
because he chose to not branch anything from there, because he would have had to known, or would have had to know everything past that point to stop branches from happening. But so he was like, I'm no longer going to prune anything after this point, because Loki and Sylvie are going to be here, and they're going to make a decision, and I don't care what that decision is, and whatever it is, they're gonna have to fix the mess.
Yes.
That's like,
Yeah, because he trusts them enough to take over.
well,
Yeah.
not that he even trusts them enough. It's just like he's like, I'm done playing this game of
Yep.
being the ultimate ruler.
Yep. I need an early retirement. I'm out.
And the whole reason he like, I don't know if you guys know, but like isolationists or whatever, it's like a real easy way of going insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It is.
And if he was there for what is Judge Renslayer said eons.
Mhm. He's just ready to give up.
Yeah, I mean, if he was there for if Renslayer and Mobius were there for eons, then like how long was he there?
Yeah.
Much longer, probably.
Yeah.
Much older than you'd ever know.
It's
So
like,
he was just like, I'm just going to try to find anybody that can take this over, and then give them the idea or give them the ability to
well, also like
talk
like
it
you
up
guys said
themselves.
before. Yeah, well, yeah, he like you said before. I mean, he chose them to. He's like, I chose one of you guys to take my place per se, or at least, try to stop. Because if you stop me, then all the other kings are gonna know I'm dead, and they're gonna come for me.
Yep.
They're gonna come for the castle, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like if you caught it, but Renslayer knew she was a variant the whole time
Yes, she did.
because she had a pin
Blue
from the principal, like a blue pin from the principal Renslayer.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm. She knew.
yeah,
She knew?
so she knew that she was a variant the whole time.
Yeah.
Or at least
Yeah,
when she
it's just
gained control, stopped being like an agent like Mobius and took over control. Whoever
Yep.
died, she had to take their place. Like after that point
Yeah.
she got access to more files and then found out she was a variant.
Yep.
well, and we got to see
Yeah.
where she went off.
We don't get
I
to
do
see.
have. We don't get to see, but I do have a guess where she went.
Go for it.
Pretty much when Miss Minute was giving her, the secret file that was ordered by, King.
Yep.
I'm guessing that she's going to see King, but a younger version of King.
Well, she's going toward that king,
Yeah.
And
the
she's going to
old-
King, but
the-
much younger.
the
much
future
younger.
slash younger self of that king.
Do you think
Yep,
that
and and they're gonna make love.
part of the reason that I have no idea how this second season could go, what we're gonna get in Quantumania, but do you think that we get a more aggressive version, a more Kang the Conqueror who wants to take over and control and rule because of Renslayer? That she influences his decisions?
Probably,
Or do
but
we think that, everyone else, who knows what she walked into?
Yeah, I think we get a King the Conqueror that's pretty comic accurate,
Yeah.
whatever one she goes to.
But do you think
Yep.
that that's that sort of change from the guy we saw in the castle is the same, say it's from the same, branch or whatever that ultimately ends up creating the Sacred Timeline? It's the same exact guy, but he
Probably.
ends up becoming a more aggressive, evil version of that guy because of Renslayer influencing him and saying, hey, you did this great thing, people stopped it, you need to do even more to protect it this time.
maybe. But I think he'll still be himself though, because I don't think wrestling influenced him too much. I think it's more like the other way around. Like King influenced her more, per se.
Oh yeah.
Because if we're gonna be like a little bit accurate about,
Mhm.
King will easily destroy her and just get rid of her like nothing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, he has
Per se,
futuristic
but-
technology to easily. Yeah. His suit
Yeah.
alone.
I could see him being more ruthless, but maybe not
Yeah.
more evil.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be who he is,
Yeah. He.
but he might end up being more ruthless because he has somebody to then
Yeah.
rule together with,
Yeah.
just like
Yep.
he was trying to get Loki and Sylvie to do.
Yep.
That's actually really good. They're gonna be. I want to talk about kind of the reason that this series has been so great. Is all the foils for Loki, obviously Sylvie, and then all the other Lokis, but even like Mobius is somebody who's like, oh, I'm all about just doing the right thing, always like super, punctual and like, hey, this is how we do things, this is how we've always done things, whereas Loki's just chaos, And
Yep.
I think that all these foils, I mean, there's so many to use because it's a multiversal show that like that's what has made it so great, because there's just so much to bounce off of, and like the interactions between Loki and Sylvie, and like them not trusting each other, and Loki learning to trust even though he can't be trusted, and this whole idea of what makes a Loki is just it leaves it open-ended, and that's why we got the ending that we did, because she couldn't trust him, just like everyone told her, and everyone said, oh, you can't trust Lokis the whole series, even though he was trustworthy. Like, she could have trusted him, and they could have ruled together and done whatever. Like, they weren't going to turn on her. He wasn't going to turn on her.
No. But her main motive was not to take over. It was more like just to kill, just to end everything, just like end this whole.
Yeah.
She just wanted closure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She just wanted closure. Mm-hmm. That's all she wanted.
Which
isn't gonna get her much, because
Nope.
she's just gonna get somebody worse trying to manipulate her more.
Yep. Or who knows? Yeah.
Or she uses enchantment on King the Conqueror.
Not gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
All right. So besides the ending, can we actually talk about the episode?
No. Yes, let's do it.
Episode talk time. What are our thoughts on this episode, guys? What do you guys think? Besides the whole ending plot and what they lead us to.
No, this is clearly the strongest episode of the series. It's possibly the strongest episode, other than was it 9 or was it 8 that from WandaVision, that was the one where there was that scene with like she was going through all the flashbacks and like her sort of origin story.
Oh,
I think that was the only
I think that was episode 7, because I think there was only 8 episodes of WandaVision.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I thought there was supposed to be 10, and then they cut it down, and they cut all of the series down. You're right. It's episode 7 where we have the love. What is love if not grief? Persevering line.
Yep.
Like that episode is too powerful and meaningful to Wanda's character to like beat out this. I think that we could get it. I think it's the second best episode we've got out of the Marvel shows though so far.
Okay, yeah. That's fair to say. Origin-wise, yes, I agree with you. One that had a better origin tell story with her.
Yeah.
With the Infinity Stone / Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Interaction with them, her becoming this, this Nexus being and whatnot.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
I don't know if you guys noticed, also when they were like going through the castle, there was a point where the THX music came in.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like sound, like they used that exact sound clip, and then they started going into the I was like, it's interesting. Like, I don't know the meaning for it, but
it's probably just like a mini Easter egg or something like that. But did you guys notice the statues, the King the Conqueror statues, per se, at the castle?
What about them? They're an Easter egg towards like the actual He Who Remains. He's a guy who wears a hood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there was one that was broken down, meaning that there was either someone else was there before them, Yep. That did like them.
Interesting.
It's also probably a nod to like the last episode or 2 episodes ago where they kill one of the timekeepers, and the other 2 are still there. Whatever. It could be like how he's like checking in on them even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Like they're
Maybe
like a,
the
they're like
statues
a,
were like the representatives of those
yeah, like he like
robots.
yeah, he like talks to them and then they act accordingly, you know.
Maybe interesting because he did have the live magic or not magic.
Yeah.
Basically like Ditto putty.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love that part. I love how he illustrated like his origins. Like, I was a scientist in the 31st century. This and that. He also kind of almost name dropped another guy, which is what was it, Reed Richards' grandfather or father? Not like saying that there was like another scientist that couldn't do it before,
Yeah.
supposedly.
It's Nathaniel Richards.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's just it's Reed Richards' dad, right?
Yeah,
His grandpa.
it can also be his grandpa.
Yeah, it's either or in the
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Those are good
Eh.
catches.
yeah. He kind of referenced him, saying, I learned from him, and I learned more stuff beyond that. To this whole endless time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else can we talk about, boys? What else have we got?
I'm trying to think. There's
Well, he did kind of mention like I guess he could technically be a Richard like a Reed Richards as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did kind of reference the Council of Reeds.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Like, it's not necessarily the Council of Reeds, but it's similar to.
Yep.
Or,
Yeah.
I guess the same thing as, like, Rick and Morty, like the Council of Ricks.
Council of Rex.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and I guess it kind of is, like, the same general gist
Yeah.
where, like, somebody in it decides that they wanted to destroy everything and then
And
So
take
you
over.
get-
then
you
take
get the
over.
Rick Sanchez C317 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess we just have to watch Rick and Morty to figure out how season 2 works.
We're gonna watch Rick and Morty. We're gonna watch The Matrix tonight. We're gonna watch The Matrix.
Well, you're gonna watch The Matrix.
We're gonna
I'm
lose
gonna-
The Matrix Reloaded.
I'm gonna eat a hamburger, then go to bed.
Oh shoot.
Oh,
Okay, I guess I'm
damn.
gonna do all the research tonight. This sounds good to me.
And then I'm gonna watch Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
Because I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it.
It's okay.
Yeah, same here. I'll probably watch it tomorrow though. I end up watching those movies on the weekends probably or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm probably gonna watch it on Friday night.
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later about that.
Friday night.
Oh, did you say
Mhm.
date night?
Date night.
Date night.
Date night watching Iron Man 2.
Hell
Touching the lamp.
It's like oh, it's getting dark. Don't worry.
Here, watch this.
Don't
See
worry,
that
guys.
light that's popping
got
up
you.
over here?
Don't
Watch
worry.
this.
Boom.
Wow, I got a touch lamp too. I'm just kidding. Oh man.
Touch is MVP of this show.
No. Dylan, do you want to talk about briefly take a little 2-minute break to advertise ourselves and talk about what our other projects are?
Oh yeah.
Your other YouTube channel.
Yes.
He's like, what are you talking about?
He's like what?
I have a second YouTube channel that I got one video up on, and I've been slowly making more scripts and stuff for it, but it's more or less a how to play D&D at the moment channel. It will turn into like Dungeons and Dragons, anything role playing, miniature based stuff. Like I'll probably start recording myself painting minis,
Nice.
like
Hey.
that kind of
Nice, good stuff.
like that kind of stuff, and then I will probably at some point in time start posting gameplay footage of video games onto the same channel as well.
Nice.
Oh.
Of just like video games, like
Video
Baldur's Gate 3 when it officially launches. I know it's out, but it's not officially launched because it's still in
Okay.
beta.
Yeah. I don't know if it would
They're doing patch 5 this week for
Nice.
Baldur's Gate 3.
good stuff.
So,
Slam. Good stuff right there.
like,
If you're a fan of those,
uh,
go check them out.
we'll also probably talk about the Dark Alliance video game that came out.
Oh yeah.
because it's a Dungeons and Dragons kind of
Yeah.
product.
Also have a friend. I'll have to send you a link to their game that they just finished creating with. It's not just her. It's like she works for like a media company that's been working on like branching into creating tabletop games, and so they just created their first game ever. And I'm gonna send you a link to it. I can maybe. I don't know if I don't want to. I don't know if I can have enough cred to get a free copy of it for us, but I could try.
Hey, work your magic, buddy.
So
Work your
here's the
magic.
thing. They usually love giving out at least something.
Yeah, if we can convince them.
It probably isn't going to be the full game,
Yeah.
Yep.
but at least something to like allow you to get the gist of what's going on with it. They usually, like game companies, love doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be on PC, obviously, right? Or is it like a console game?
No, I think it's like a tabletop game that they produced.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. It from the looks of it, it looked like a tabletop game, but that's something that I think that Dylan might be interested in from what I've read about it. When I read it, I was like, "Damn, Dylan would love this game." So I'm gonna have to send that to you after.
Hey,
For my other projects, obviously, I got some lizards back here. It's the Lizard Lounge shop on Instagram and Facebook. And then I have just earlier today done my first stream back on Twitch. And I'm going to be doing another one, which is already going to happen by the time this video is posted and uploaded, but I'm going to be doing the new Twitch meta, opening up Pokemon cards.
oh snap!
Because that's the
Oh
new
yeah.
meta.
snap.
I have
Is
those.
that the new thing? Like everybody
Yeah, that's the new
loves
thing.
play,
This is-
like the watching people pack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
opening
they
pack.
literally,
Yeah.
people like go and buy a bunch of packs and then open them up
yeah.
on stream. It's like,
Well, did you get the XY like redos so you can potentially pull a $10,000 Charizard?
oh no, dude, no, that's so expensive. You have to pay about that much, if not more, for the box in general. To
Really?
for like first generation stuff that's like going for so
No,
much.
no, no, like the new XY one that released recently.
Oh,
I think it
have
was
no
like a
idea.
year ago or whatever it was.
Oh, the
Where
XY
people are-
generations.
Yeah.
Yeah, those don't go for as much as that. The first.
No, but it's the original art of like
Yeah.
all of the old cards, and
Yeah.
then you can potentially get like ridiculous
You can.
Charizard out of it still. Oh,
Flexed.
look at that!
Flexed on. Yeah, this
Look
is
at that
Charizard.
skeletal Charizard.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just knew it was coming, so I just said I'm gonna show off the tattoo.
yeah.
But yeah, no. So I'll be doing that later tonight.
Did you get an
Hey.
overmount or overhead mount like GoPro like they
No,
do?
I don't have a GoPro for it, but I do have like a second. It's literally sitting in my closet over here. It's a second camera that I can. It's on a tripod. It's just like
Okay.
this one, so it'll just be
That,
right
that's,
here.
that's, that's all you really need.
Yeah.
So we can see.
As
So we
long
can
as
see
you-
your hands. We can see your magic hands.
Just
You know,
remember
unveil.
to what is it? 3 to the bottom and then flip it. 4 to the
Yeah,
bottom
4
and
to
then
the
flip it.
for all most of the new stuff.
Yep.
Actually, all the new stuff, all the old stuff.
And
you supposed to-
always get the QR code in that picture for
I-
each pack.
But
Yeah.
no, because I want to use them. I actually play the online game sometimes. Online TCG.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, I guess make sure you don't put the QR codes in it
Sorry,
then, so
guys.
people don't
Yeah.
steal your
Maybe
QR
down
code.
the road once I have enough.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be like a regular thing. I was saying on the stream that I did earlier that I'm only gonna do one a week for now. But
Okay.
every Wednesday, at some point on Wednesday, I will be streaming. So tune in on Wednesdays all day to my channel and wait for me to be live. And then
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
just randomly, like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yep.
He'll
Anytime.
show up
There you go.
sometime.
I might be live. So be ready
Yeah,
for
he
it.
might be. He might be. He might not be. Who knows?
And then last but not least, William, what are you doing for your other projects?
Oh boy.
Where's your
Put me
YouTube
on the
channel
spot here.
at? Where's it
It's,
at?
it's a work in progress, but seriously, the project that I'm planning on doing is at least start streaming, start doing the whole YouTube gameplay, pretty much slowly but surely. But I just want to get the I'm gonna get my shit. I'm gonna get myself organized.
Yeah, good setup.
Work on my own personal stuff, and then
There you go.
start kicking off that. Eventually, I'll get there.
There you go.
I forgot to promote my channel's name.
Infamous D.
Oh.
Infamous D. It's a play on Doctor Doom, the infamous Doom.
Yep.
But
Yep.
my name is also Dylan, so it's Infamous D.
Also, because he has a very. I'm not gonna say it.
No, we can't say that.
Oh.
But it's also kind of because it's primarily a Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing. It's like an infamous Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Like it
all
has a
just
lot of
fits.
meaning.
It all just fits.
And he's a real tough dungeon master.
Yes, he is.
I mean, I have killed my party
There you go.
in a skill challenge, and then was like, you know what? It sucks to kill you guys in a skill challenge. So just know that you guys suck, but your characters are still alive.
There you go. Have a little mercy.
Wow.
Have a little mercy for them. Oh, you rolled a 10? Nah, not good enough, buddy. You can't figure out the puzzle.
Well, I mean, it was you get 3 successes before you get 3 fails, and they got 3 fails before they got 3 successes.
Yeah.
So technically, they failed the challenge.
hmm
Yep.
But
How
Oh, you
nice
cruel.
of you.
Mm-hmm.
A fair.
so they all technically died. They were trying to escape a pyramid
Oh,
that was
Oh.
collapsing on top of them,
Okay.
and
yeah.
unfortunately,
They're
rocks fall and they died.
They're all
Rocks fall.
buried alive.
You know what you did next time if they ever get stuck in the pyramid? You should be like, if you guys don't solve this well, you guys are gonna fall into a pit of little scarabs, the little bugs in the mummy that go inside you and just eat your skin, eat you from the inside out.
Oh yeah. That'll be good.
From the original mummy.
Yeah,
Nice. That'd be
dude, that
good.
movie was actually like really good for the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
was-
For the,
Good old Brendan Fraser.
Brandon Fraser's great.
oh yeah. Shout out to him if he watches this.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon Fraser. Tip of the hat. I'm not
We're
worried.
here for you.
We made this
Yep.
show
Nope.
specifically for
Yeah,
you.
the original Mummy 1 and 2 were a good one. The third one, eh.
And then the
I don't think
Scorpion
I've
King,
seen
and then the
third.
Mummy 4, and
Yeah. Scorpion King 2 out of nowhere with different characters. Like, oh my god, no. No.
But that was The Rock. Dwayne
And
the Rock.
Dwayne the
Yeah,
Rock
but the first one, but they made another one without him. They used a different Scorpion King.
Oh yeah,
A
they did,
different actor.
didn't they? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
But that was like
That
the,
one.
the solo movie Scorpion King 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
he was
that
like another,
one-
wasn't he another WWE star or whatever?
oh,
No. I'll take it. No,
No?
it was someone different. No.
Okay.
Interesting. Anyways, let's jump back to Loki for a bit. There's probably a couple other things we can say about the episode. How
Yep.
how do we feel Sylvie is handling all this?
Bad.
She's probably
Real bad.
I think we. I mean, just from the look on her face after she did it, she kind of just. She knew she fucked up. I feel like.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
he really just let me kill him. Oh fuck! Like, she instantly knew everything
Yep.
was about to get 10 times worse.
Well, I mean, I think because of what Jonathan Majors said, like see you soon, and he like winked at her, and then he just
Yep.
died. I think
Died.
she was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I should have listened to Loki. I should have trusted him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think we should also mention that, like,
the kiss.
well, I guess. we
Evan,
can
I
talk
need a
about that.
30-minute breakdown specifically only on the kiss.
Well, the kiss was pretty intense. It was in front of an audience, which is, definitely a Loki kind of thing. And I can't do 30 minutes. There's no way. It was. I knew it was happening
do you one
since
better.
episode 3.
I'll do you one better. Which kiss was better? The Lokis or from Game of Thrones, the brothers and sisters, Cersei and goddamn, I forgot his name, and Jaime. There you go.
I don't.
I mean,
The Lannisters or the Lokis.
I think the Lannisters was probably better because the
Yeah.
Loki's one felt kind of forced.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like
Yeah.
I seen it coming. And you guys said there's no way it's gonna happen, but I was dead set that like they were gonna end up being romantically involved in some sort of way. back like
Well,
episode 3.
they're not
But they
though. Like she just gave him a kiss, and then she's like,
Yeah, but like
I think a lot of it is she gave him that kiss as a way to like throw him off guard, so she could push him through the portal.
yeah.
Yep, pretty much. It was like a forced kiss from her. There was like not really nothing romantic about it.
So you're saying
Yes, they have feelings.
they're
Yes, they have
only
feelings for
on-
each other. But it was just like her way of like saying, okay, let me just catch him off guard. He's still a guy.
Yeah, she was basically
He's still
saying,
a
"Shut
guy.
the fuck up."
He still gets
like,
boners. Oh god.
shut up. Let me do what I'm going to do. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you out of the way and throw you off guard,
See,
and
yeah.
now I'm gonna kill Kent.
You guys really genuinely think they're only or professionally involved, not romantically involved?
No,
No.
it's not that they're not romantically involved. It's that they are in the we're testing the waters phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
so if you had to say they do end up repairing their, their damaged relationship, whatever the fuck it is, by the end of next season, do you think they do?
probably
I
not.
mean, I
Uh,
don't know.
the whole thing about romance and sustained TV shows is to never actually have the romance happen. Once the romance
Yeah.
happens, then the TV show goes to shit.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
Look at like Bones. Like
Mhm.
when Booth and Bones got together, the TV show started going down. Look at like The Flash. Even when Barry Allen and Iris got together, like the TV show
Yep.
started going down a little bit.
A little
like-
bit about too much.
Oliver.
The problem is though
Felicity.
she got more involved in everything. That was like
Yeah.
like she even phrased saying we are the Flash. Like no, you're not. You're not a speedster.
Don't even bring the. Don't even get started on the "We Are the Flash" thing. Fuck.
But like,
Yeah,
just
that
like look at like a lot of the TV shows where there's like a subplot of romance,
yeah.
and once the characters get together, the fans don't have anything to like really hook them anymore besides
Yeah.
for the actual show,
Mhm.
and then it ends up failing. It happens almost
Yeah.
every time.
Well, the thing
Yeah,
is,
well,
is like,
I've-
it can work if you give them dynamic enough problems to solve. So like Wanda and Vision were together the whole time, but like Vision's starting to realize what's going on around him. He's distancing
Mhm.
himself, and
Well, that was an already established relationship, though.
Yeah.
Like what I'm referring to is like relationships
Oh,
that
they're
are like
budding.
built within the show.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, I mean, like they could get to that point though eventually, to where
Mhm.
it's like a pre-established relationship.
Can I say that with Wanda and Vision's like love story, it was like really different from Loki and the others. Like their love was like they were gonna live together, but unfortunately Thanos came in and just took his brain off, per se, and just
Oh shit! There's something I totally spaced saying. Because they've created all these new branches that cannot be controlled anymore, there is now an infinite number of Thanoses that could come and invade. Just so you know, that's why it's a bigger problem too. Just to throw it out there.
throw it out there.
Any other
you know?
villain could come back. Hela could come back from another universe, another timeline, and just pop in and go, "Hey, fuck you, Thor." I don't know. Not that that'll be the case in Thor: Love and Thunder, but like, no, anything's on the table.
That is, but yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to. I forgot to say that earlier.
I mean, I think it was like everybody kind
obvious,
of already
yeah.
kind of knew that a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see any repeat villains per
For
se.
a while.
Yeah.
At least
No.
for a while.
Yeah. No. Like obviously we're gonna get Yellow Jacket again coming back from, Quantumania, but he also technically was never gonna.
I don't know,
go
like, what
away.
was that like confirmed, or
It's not.
is that
confirmed.
just it shit saying that he's
It's from Google.
in? Yeah, so like I don't know if that's confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here.
I'm just waiting for Thanos to come back in this Thanos chopper, helicopter. Let him come in and still saying, "I'm back, bitches."
Like obviously we just saw Yellow Jacket in the void, like his helmet.
His helmet. Yep.
So, the MCU Direct on Twitter, Corey Stroll is reportedly set to return in some shape. It's from some fans speculated that it isn't just a coincidence, especially with Jonathan Majors. Not much is known about the. Not much is known about it, but one potential slip up by Evangeline Lilly may have spoiled the return of Corey Stroll. So. Also, in the latest Vanity Fair podcast episode, Still Watching, senior writer Joanna Robinson. I don't know who that is. I'm guessing an MCU writer. Can we look her up real fast? Let's see.
Whoa.
Joanna
Keep it
Robinson.
professional.
Hey. I'm just trying to figure out who she is. Follow her home, and Joanna Robinson is... Oh, she's just a reporter for the Vanity Fair.
There you go.
So, not an actual... She said that she's like saying, yes, he will come back, though.
Okay.
There's he probably will.
Yeah.
It's just, well, we'll see.
Yeah, it's not confirmed, it looks like.
Because what happened to his character? His character went to jail, right?
No, his
He's
character got shrunk infinitely.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's in the quantum
He's
realm.
in the quantum
now.
realm with potentially Kang, potentially... I mean, like, obviously, Janet Van Dyne stayed there for years and
Yeah.
survived.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you can... I mean, like, apparently you'd shrink forever and ever. I mean, ultimately he could get to a point where he, figures out how
Well,
to
I
reverse
think
it.
you shrink until you get to the size of the quantum realm.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, okay.
probably most likely that you can only shrink down to the quantum realm, and past that there's nothing else to get smaller to. So he ends up in the quantum realm, just like how Janet did. Because that's essentially what was going to happen to her, too. But she ended up in the quantum realm just chilling there. So if you probably can't get smaller than that. It's a place where time no longer exists because you're so small, which is where Chronopolis is, where the TVA is, if it's not the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like he's going to go instantly into the TVA or any of that.
Oh,
he could be
absolutely
somewhere other.
not. Yeah,
he's going to be somewhere else in the quantum.
Yeah, he's
not
just
exactly
lost
where they.
somewhere in the quantum realm, but he's going to play a part most likely.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, the recycling villains thing isn't going to happen very regularly. Like, we're not going to get like a new version of Obadiah Stane. We're not going to see. I mean, obviously the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, is coming back, but we're not going to see, Hammer come back, or I don't know. I'm trying to come up with people.
Well, Hammer's not dead, right?
Yeah,
Hammer's just
not dead, but like
being Justin Hammer.
Yeah. So we're not gonna get like a ton of repeat villains, obviously. Or who else is dead?
Hopefully not.
Hela's dead. Thanos.
Yeah, Hela's.
I don't know why I can't think of more off the top of my head, but like we're not gonna see him.
USS Claw's dead.
Yeah, Claw's dead. Ronan.
Killmonger.
We're not gonna see all of them like instantly. Obviously, maybe Killmonger because of other circumstances, but we're not gonna. They're not gonna recycle everybody, but like it gives them the option to down the road if they want to bring back anybody that they were like, we really shouldn't have done this. Now they have that option, and they, with Aaron Taylor playing Kraven, like there's endless possibilities, endless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We are going off the rails safe, boys, but I love it.
That's what we do here. Is we are professional rail offers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just you derail this train.
Yep.
And just kill millions of people with it.
Oh God.
Wait, why do we have millions of people?
Oh, I mean, I'm our 700 subscribers.
Hey, there you go.
700 subscribers.
Subscribe now.
So we don't derail this train and kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Subscribe or we will derail you. We'll prune you.
God. There you go.
We'll send you to the prune planet.
Planet Prune.
Planet
There you go.
Prune.
Hey,
It's always gonna be that. It never will be
Planet
the
Prune.
Void. It's
The Void.
Planet Prune.
It's not going to be called the Void. It's Planet Prune.
yep.
We
All I
should
know is
write
that I'm waiting for an alligator Loki series. Marvel, Disney, you better make a series about him.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm waiting for.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
He is.
Really, we should just see him in Captain Hook.
Yep.
Because that would be great. Just seeing like an
Yeah.
alligator Loki bite off the hand of Captain Hook.
Captain
Yeah.
Hook.
Because we saw him do it to
Yeah, we
Loki.
did.
President
And-
Loki.
President.
And we saw him try to do it to boastful Loki.
Yeah. He tried. Well, I mean, he was on the right shows, like saying, I don't trust this guy. Most of Loki tried to betray him. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, what a
Good job.
dick. Anyways, what else do we have? I don't think there's anything else we need to really add to this episode.
Yeah, final thoughts on the series? You know, what's our rating, guys? Are we
Oh,
good? Are we
Yeah,
bad?
let's do glass
Glass
halfsies.
There you go.
Glass halfsies. Are we half
Glass-
full or half empty?
I'm full.
I'm full.
Except for I want more.
I'm overflowing.
I'm full as well. I'm full as well. This was definitely a great series. They Marvel was definitely 3 for 3 on this one.
Yeah.
They knocked all 3 of their series out of the park.
This
They've done their
series
job.
and like WandaVision more than Falcon and Winter Soldier, even though it was great. Like these felt like I was completely full and I just wanted them to keep dumping water on me. Like please
Yeah.
just
Whoa.
don't
Dump
just keep
water.
waterboarding me. I wanna I wanna feel something.
Oh
No,
god. God.
That's kind of what it feels like though. It's like I'm full, but like, hey, if you just like keep filling me up and it like just runs down the side and I'm overwhelmed with it, like, oh well, I guess I'll have to deal with it. Like, please do it. Like,
Yeah.
No safe word. No
Please.
safe word. Just keep on doing
yeah,
it.
pretty much. Like, if they kept
quick
giving us
question,
more,
guys.
like, I would
Yeah.
take it.
Quick question. How do we rate this series from 1 to 3? What's the best series so far for you guys? These 3 between WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki so far. What's your rating?
That's hard.
One being the best, and third being last, pretty much.
So I got it already. I think Loki's number 1, Wanda's number
Okay.
2, and Falcon
Okay.
and the Winter Soldier were 3.
Yeah. I
Probably the only reason why Falcon and the Winter Soldier got number 3 is because the season finale was a little weak.
Okay,
That's
fair.
fair.
That's fair. I give you that one.
I think that
Evan?
I have the same exact order, but for a different reason. Loki is my favorite by far, and then WandaVision was very strong, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier was very great, except that they cut like the entire plot, and it didn't seem to flow through like 4 through 6. And,
Yeah,
and
sure.
I guess you could say that's the same reason in a way. Like it didn't have a strong ending, but like it just
Yeah.
felt like a puzzle that like you kind of like it's like not the right piece, but it like looks like it fits,
Okay.
so you just shove it in there, and you're like, yeah, that works, and then you're putting together the rest of the puzzle, and you're like, that piece doesn't actually go there.
Yeah,
You have
okay.
to pull it
I'm
out.
with you on this one, but I'm gonna do a little switcheroo. I'm gonna go with WandaVision as number 1 because I kind of
Mhm.
like that because more like origin wise. Like I understand Loki being the whole everyone's fan favorite and whatnot,
Yeah.
but WandaVision was pretty much just like it's up a really good origin story for her and very unique. Number 2 will definitely be Loki, obviously because they both killed it and everything.
Yeah.
Got everything good. I'm with you guys. I'm the same boat with you as Falcon and Winter. The ending could have been the season finale could have been better, and could have been like more, a little bit more better told.
Yeah. I agree. Good
Mhm.
stuff. We're all
Yep.
sort of on the same page.
Yeah.
Pretty much, at least.
Yeah.
Anything else before we wrap it up, boys?
I don't think so. I think that's everything we got. We're all
Keep an
exhausted.
eye out for our Hulk episode, and
Black
that
Widow.
should be
Black Widow.
Saturday, Sunday-ish. Black Widow,
Black Widow.
not a
movie.
complete breakdown, but at least our first initial thoughts on it.
Yeah,
Initial-
yeah. Our mini,
We're
our
gonna
mini review for
record
news.
that on like Saturday as well, I think, right?
Yeah,
Or at least try for Saturday.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, we
we'll be
get-
able to
we can do
both.
yeah. Saturday should be fun for both of those.
And Iron Man 2 should be coming out fairly soon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetness. Like and subscribe or you're being derailed. Bye.
Bye.
Planet Prune.